Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. And today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and today I'm going to be relaunching a series I used to do. This series would usually take a song that, is very personal to me, and I would, elaborate on that and now analyze the song as best to my ability and really go into the lyrics, go into why the song means something to me. And I think we all have those certain songs that really catch our ear, and then we kind of have it on loop a lot. We listen to that song, and for me, these songs enter a bank of the songs, right? The Hall of Fame of songs. And they're all songs that are I really can get into. I have playlists of all these songs. Whenever I'm at work, I usually I don't like to listen to a whole lot of new music because new music makes my brain say focus onto that. Whereas if I listen to the same music every day, I don't have to focus on that. Thankfully though, I'm allowed to mix it up a lot, and I do listen to a lot of new stuff. But anyway, the song that I'm going to kick off the relaunching of this series is Maybe I Don't Know, otherwise known as just Maybe IDK, by Jon Bellion, from his album The Human Condition. And right off the bat, this album is praised by some people. I know a lot of people didn't like it. For instance, Needle Drop gave it a 5 out of 10. But then, my buddy Keith, he gave it a strong ass review. And I hopefully one day will go through his entire Jon Bellion's, that is, his entire catalog. That's the only thing that held me from reviewing this album, because I really did love this album, and I did really listen to it front to back over and over. And I have a lot of tracks from this I really like. I kind of debate which one's my favorite. The ending track, Guillotine, this one, and I think maybe one other one that I'm forgetting about. Hold on. Maybe it was iRobot, because I used to like that one a lot more. All those tracks were all my favorite at one point. And I know this track, a lot of people who did album reviews for it listed it as their least favorite track. A couple of people, LP Club for instance, shout out to him, that was his least favorite track, and I can easily see why. This album is a very, it's an Odyssey pop album. It's the most big grand pop album to ever grace the market, and it's trying to be as big as it can. A lot of people are saying it sounds like a Disney movie with the big choruses, the really sappy lyricism, stuff like that. But me personally, the sappy lyricism I can really get into, and I can get into big grand choruses. And even this track, which is kind of the corniest and the most the other tracks have a lot of unique factors. They'll have this, a lot of weird sound effects. It'll have a lot of John cutting in, different vocal techniques. The lyricisms aren't as sappy on the other tracks. A lot of them are actually pretty good ass songwriting, and not corny at all. This track is not one of them. This is probably the corniest off the album, but man, do I love this song. I really love this song. First off, we're gonna talk about this cover art. We got Jon Bellion doing a motherfucking Kamehameha wave in this sexy ass artwork. All the singles from this thing, this album has incredible cover, single artwork, and this one is probably my favorite. This track, the single cover, I had as my phone background for at least a month because I loved it so much. The colors, the way the Kamehameha wave is spewing, his expression, the tattered clothing, the way the Maybe IDK is scribbled on rock rubble nearby. I love everything about it, and the fact that it has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z, the song itself. I love all of that. So we continue on from here. I'm gonna dive into the lyrics, and then, well, actually, I'll talk kind of like how the song goes. When you play a song, it starts off very quiet. Jon gets into some deeper lyrics, and then the big hook, which goes, "Maybe I don't know," and it's kind of like him talking about he doesn't like have faith in like the future. He's insecure about a lot of stuff, and it kind of becomes this point where he's like, maybe I just don't know like all the things that I thought I knew about the world. And then he comes to the final conclusion, which is like, maybe it's okay if I don't know. Like, ignorance is bliss, like all the way. And then like towards the later end of the track, we get a lot of like these like outsider voices that are kind of just like, maybe I don't know, and like they're kind of fading in and out. And then all of that, the other voices, Jon, and the other voices are just him, by the way. It's just like reverb voices, but all of it stops for a second, and then it's like the biggest fucking hook like ever, where he just screams, "Maybe I don't know," and it's big, grand ass hook, and that's basically the gist of the song. Does repeat the hook a little bit, and some of the usual Jon Bellion cliches, throw it in some curse words where he doesn't really have to have curse words. Repeating a lot of the same lines. He says, so maybe and maybe a lot. He says, I guess, I guess, I guess, I guess, I guess. The other verses, I wonder why, 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 5 times in a row, followed by like different phrases. A lot of the usual things he does. But going into the lyricism here, and a lot of this song is relatable to me. And I know a lot of people like feel like weird sometimes, like when they like songs because they relate to the lyricism. Like they'll have like songs where, like, I'll just give this one for instance. And I know a lot of people like don't like that feeling because they feel like they're comparing themselves to the artist. They feel like they're living vicariously, like Mary Sue, all of those things. And when I listen to music, I'm not becoming the artist. I'm becoming the music itself. And like sometimes, like for instance, that Post Malone song Rockstar, which has like lyrics about popping pills and shit like that. When I hear that line, like I feel like I am the music. I like am in a music video, and when I hear like lines like that, I'm like, oh well, the like just the image of someone popping pills is like kind of gross to me and not glamorous, which is like how the song is trying to make it. So like stuff like that, and part of that is because I don't fucking pop pills. But if I was like a druggie, that song like might be a little bit better for it, because I'd be like, hey. So sure, like that's a completely like subjective, relatable thing, but that's how I review everything. That's how I look at all art, subjective. However it gets into my brain and however that makes me feel is what I'm gonna go with. No like bullshit aside, or all the bullshit aside, I should say. But anyway, the lyrics here, I wonder why I get paranoid when I'm high. Something I can't relate to. When I first listened to the song, I was actually still straight edge, so that line was kind of just, not something within myself. But again, like, I don't expect songs to like match my life. Like, I never expect that, right? I wonder why I say yes to everyone in my life. I wonder why I can't run that fast in my dreams. I wonder why I feel short when I know my money's tall. I wonder why I miss everyone and I still don't call. I wonder why I can't run that fast in my dreams. Going into these lyrics, the summer that I listened to this to, a lot of this I related to. I'm gonna talk about this in future episodes, but during that summer, like, I was really trying to change a lot of things going on in my life. Partly, like, at this point in time, I had more money than I ever had, and I still haven't like had this much amount of money. I had like thousands of dollars in the bank, like, that I was just sitting on. So like the line about like I feel short when I know my money's tall. This was the most depressed I had ever been in my life up to that point, despite the fact that I had like the most money I've ever had. And you know, I say yes to everyone in my life. I can easily relate to that. Like even that summer, like I was like helping my friends who were like in money situations. I was borrowing them money, money that I still haven't received back. Even family members who I've lent out money to, I haven't received. I gave them money during this summer to like pay their phone bills or spot them for whatever like thing, or oh my tires, whatever. And you know, I'm making more money than I do now. It was just back then I didn't have to pay all these bills, and I could have used that money now. So like I regret all of that. I regret all of that completely. And stuff like I can't run that fast in my dreams. You know, I feel like I'm always like in a state of, at least with YouTube, like not progressing, but at the same time putting in all this work. So I can kind of relate to that. And then we get to the pre-chorus, which is, although I guess if I knew tomorrow, I guess I wouldn't need faith. I guess if I never fell, I guess I wouldn't need grace. I guess if I knew his plans, I guess he wouldn't be God. And you know, I'm agnostic, so the line about God, you know, I'm with and without, you know, I'm whatever about it. And this kind of leads into the chorus, which is, so maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. That's okay. Maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, but maybe that's okay. Which is, you know, said much more beautifully in the song. But for me personally, like, the idea of the song is like, maybe these flaws in myself, maybe these imperfections are a part of me, and like maybe those are the things I love about me. Sure, I don't know like what's going on in life. Like I remember being a kid and thinking, everything everything is so planned out, everything's coordinated, all these adults know what they're doing. And then I became an adult and I was like, oh shit, nobody knows what they're doing. Maybe I don't know. Shit like that. So, and just like, if I never fell, I guess I wouldn't need grace. Great line. I guess if I knew tomorrow, I guess I wouldn't need faith. Great line. Okay, and then repeats himself for a little bit, and then the other verse goes like, I wonder why I feel emptiness when I sing these blues. I wonder why I feel hopelessness when I watch the news. I wonder why I can't find my voice in my dreams. I wonder why they say, hate your brother and hide your gold. I wonder why we all fear the things that we might not know. I wonder why I can't find my voice in my dreams. So right off the bat, fuck the news. Watching the news makes me depressed. I think it makes everyone depressed to a degree. Like, it's a very spotty relationship just with news in general. I think that's an everyone thing. Jon also kind of panders to the most people as he can with his songs. I think that's another great example of that. The line about say hate your brother and hide your gold. That was another line like I lend money to my brother when people were saying don't fucking lend money to your brother. People were like telling me all these things along that line, so I related to that line. I wonder why I can't find my voice in my dreams. Again, with my YouTubing, sometimes I'm like, how can I become how can I find my voice? How can I become the best at this as I can? How can I develop my personality, my podcasting? How can I develop that to the greatest ability as I can? I've even talked about this on this podcast before, where I want to be able to just turn on the camera and then gold pours out of me, etc. And then pre-chorus, same thing, chorus, same thing, bridge, all this shit that I can't explain. It is by design or random fate. Yeah. Filler lines, and then he repeats the chorus again. And that is the lyrics for Maybe I Don't Know. This song is powerful. This song fits right into the track listing with big epic song, big epic pop song. And you know, I really fucking like pop music. I really like gravitate to it. Like, I know a lot of people who like music critics on YouTube, for instance. Like, the more like real it is, like a line that Anthony Fantano used was, "I like when my music sounds like it's being made in the real world and isn't trying to deceive people with like these false happiness things." That's not how I look at it. Like, I like clean music that isn't like dirty and grungy. Like, I like dumb pop music. I like things that can use dumb pop music with great lyricism and turn it into something like this. And like, it's like, I like Disney movies. That's like, that's like the same, that's like the artistic equivalent of this. And I know some people just can't get into stuff like this because of that, because it's so clean. And you know, like, it's not like this world of false happiness. It's like more like a coping song. Like, a lot of the time I just feel like I'm dumb as shit, like, and I am not good at so many things. And then like, this song, it makes me think, hey, like, I'm me, and maybe it's okay to be me. I think that is an amazing message, and does not have any false happiness inside of it. Obviously, I'm trying to be the best me impossibly, but that best me, that was a reference to a different song. Like, that best me, like, is still me. The best me I can be is still me, and to try to change, like, who I am inside, like, I'm always gonna kind of be dumb. Like, that's kind of like something I can't shake off. I'm always gonna have problems talking to people in public or meeting people, because every time I try, I just fucking suck at it. Not every time. 90% of the time, I'm gonna suck at it, but, you know, I can't beat myself up every time that happens. I can't just be like, well, I fucking suck at this. Like, I might as well not even try to meet people. I might as well not even try to, like, look like I know what I'm doing, because I don't most of the time. Like, the message of the song is, like, to get rid of those negative thoughts. And they do it with this big, sexy-ass hook with Jon Bellion doing a Kamea wave, because even though I said it has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z, that's kind of like the antithesis, or the embodiment, I should say. The embodiment of the song is like this big, maybe I don't know, like with a Kamea wave going off, you know, beautiful stuff. And I think that's why I love this song so much. And listening to it now, just again, like, really allowed me to remember why I loved it so much. And that was the first, not the first episode, but the first episode back for songs I love. I'm about to record like 10 of these in a row, so this is about to be fun. I hope you guys had another good, I know this one was pretty long, but, you know, I wanted to cover everything I wanted to talk about. So, apologies if you wanted a shorter episode. But anyway, thank you guys for watching again. For these songs, I'm probably gonna repeat this. Play the song in the background. Like, listen to music as you hear people reviewing it. It allows you to now analyze and understand these songs so much better. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with another episode. Thank you so much for watching as always. And with that, I leave you.